everyone, welcome back to a new video. I am really excited to talk to you guys today. Unfortunately, I had planned to do like a live coaching session today. I had something scheduled so that you guys could have another look into my coaching and kind of what I do. But unfortunately, I passed out from a migraine earlier today, so I didn't really have time to or didn't really have the capacity to do that. So just know that there will be another live coaching session posted on YouTube next week. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I actually never ask you guys to like or subscribe. I don't know, I've just never done that. But if you ever want to like or subscribe, that would be really wonderful. Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. So we always talk about anxiety and DBDR on this channel, but I'm slightly diverting this channel a little bit more into overall mental well-being, overall stress management, and overall emotional well-being and emotional awareness. Just because I think everything is so connected. Our anxiety patterns, our energy patterns, our depression patterns, everything is coming from a very rooted, similar place. And I kind of want to expand this channel a bit more into talking about other things as well. So I hope you guys can be along for that journey with me as well. I know it can be hard when you're in a specific niche to kind of start diverting away from that. And I have created so much content on DPDR and anxiety and panic attacks and all of that. So I hope that you guys are kind of satisfied with that and are open to explore some other topics with me. So for today, I wanted to dive into something really cool. It's something that I've learned in being self-employed. It's something I've learned in just mastering my energy and mastering my emotional well-being. And it really goes into the link also between our physical health, our physical energy, and our mental and emotional well-being. Because today I want to talk about physical energy levels. So everyone can be aware, everyone can understand when I say that sometimes you just feel really energized in life. You have periods of feeling a lot of energy, feeling really excited, feeling really positive, and then you have periods in life where you just can feel very drained, very tired. And today we're going to talk about where that comes from. I'm going to make it very simple today because I only have so many minutes to keep you guys entertained before you start to get bored by me and go to another video. So if you enjoy what I'm about to share today, then please let me know in the comments and I'll do some more intensive videos on energy and how to master your energy and how to, basically the science behind that a little bit as well. So energy is something that depends on your emotional state. When we are feeling happy, when we are feeling at peace, when we are feeling excited for life, our physical body literally reacts to that. Our physical body almost says yes to life. And when the body says yes to life, the body has energy, the body is alive, the body focuses better, the body is just mentally clear. But when we feel stressed, when we feel burnt down, when we feel unhappy, the body literally responds by saying no to life. So it's kind of like your body is listening to your emotions, and depending on what your emotions and your thoughts are saying, your body decides to either say yes to life and jump right in or say no to life and kind of pull out. And as I talk about on this channel with dissociation is also kind of a pulling out of the present moment, because in this case you're scared or you're afraid of the present moment, so your brain tries to protect you by pulling away. In terms of energy, it usually comes more from depression or unhappiness rather than anxiety. So if I am really excited about life at the moment, if I'm happy about what I'm doing, if I feel happy within myself, I'm gonna have higher levels of energy. If I feel uncomfortable in my own skin, if I feel unhappy with where I'm at in general in life right now, then my energy levels are just gonna be a lot lower and my body's not really gonna say yes to that. My body's kind of gonna say, we don't really wanna show up for that. We don't really wanna be here. And so I want you to try something that's gonna really, really help you so much. I want you to make a list. I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to divide that piece of paper into two columns. On the first column, I want you to write at the top things that give me energy. And at the second column, I want you to write things that drain my energy. And what I want you to do is I want you to go over your week or even just your day, almost like you're trying to scan almost as if you're thinking about it like a financial thing. If you spend a lot of money and then you get a lot of money, or you get a little money and you spend a lot, you're going to have an overview of, okay, how much goes out and how much goes in. So I want you to think about your day. I want you to go over everything that you do, every moment of your day. And I want you to think about the moments that really gave you energy. This could be things you were doing, people you were talking to, certain thoughts that you were having, things that you were maybe planning on or planning about. And I want you to make a list of everything that gives you energy. So this could be when I talk to this friend, or when I am doing this task for work, or when I am thinking this way about myself, or when I'm planning to go on a trip, or whatever it might be. And then I want you to take the other column and I want you to write down everything that drains your energy. So I want you to think of every moment in your day where you really feel your energy kind of be drained. So this could be, for me personally, that's whenever I have to do anything tax related, it drains my energy. What gives me energy is talking to people, coaching people. What drains my energy is basically everything paperwork, everything administration, everything accounting. So that goes into my second list. And ultimately, what we want to see is that 60% is in the first list and 40% is in the second list. And this is, by the way, the absolute minimum. Ideally, you want to have 90% in the first list and 10% in the second list. Now, an important thing to emphasize is this is not just about what you do or how you plan your day. This is really also a lot about how you think and what you believe about yourself. So some of you might be watching saying, Robin, actually my life is quite great. I have a good job. I have a good partner. I have a good friend system. My day is not really filled with things that are supposedly going to drain me, but still I feel really drained. What's very important in that is that you look at, okay, what's going inward. If it's not coming from your outside world, I want you to think about moments in your day where you feel drained or where you feel that you gain energy, and think about, how am I talking to myself in those moments, or what am I focusing on in those moments? You could be, saying, oh, actually, practically speaking, I had a great day, but every time I passed the mirror, I looked at myself and I thought, oh, I look terrible. Now that thought is going to drain your energy. Or every time that I had to pay anything this week, maybe I had to pay a bill or I had to pay groceries, I had this thought of, oh my God, like I don't have the money to pay for this week. And so a lot of this also comes down to the thoughts that you have, the thoughts that give you energy and the thoughts that drain your energy. So you could also put those in your list, is think about which thoughts do I have most that give me energy, and which thoughts do I have most that drain my energy. And when you make that list, what you're going to end up with is a very clear overview of everything you are investing your time and energy into that is going to give you more energy in return, and everything you're putting your time and energy into that is going to end up draining your energy even more. And we can kind of look at this almost like a balance sheet that we would do with our finances, is everything we put our energy into that we get more from, we're going to want to put as much energy into as possible. But everything we put our energy into that is going to drain us, we're going to want to try and limit that, because otherwise at the end of the week or at the end of the year or the end of the day even, you're going to end up completely drained. And that's something we don't want to have happen. So I want you to try this for yourself. I want you to think about, first of all, how energized do I feel? Because I also want to tell you, I think that we normalize feeling sluggish too much nowadays. I think we normalize feeling tired. I think we normalize feeling drained. I think we normalize just not really feeling excited about life. I think we think that that's normal, and it's okay in the sense that we don't have to have a great day every day. However, I think it shouldn't be normalized. I think everyone deserves to wake up and feel excited for the day and feel energized at the end of it as well. So, first of all, I want you to think about, how is my energy? Am I really excited? Am I really happy? Am I really energized for life? Or am I kind of tired a lot? And then second of all, what you do is you make the list, you take your time for it, you make yourself a cup of tea, you put on some nice classical music or whatever music you enjoy, I don't actually listen to classical music, so I don't know why I said that. And you really take your time to go into this. You see it as a little therapy session with yourself, a little burnout prevention. And then at the end of the list, you kind of make a mental note how much of my time or how much of my energy is on which side. You come up with a percentage, and I want you to share that percentage in the comment section on this video. I want you to tell me how much percent is positive and how much percent is negative. And then I want you to look, like afterwards, I want you to write if it actually makes sense with how you feel within yourself in terms of your energy. And I promise you it will make sense. I promise you will see an alignment. And if you don't, then there's probably a lot of thoughts or emotions going on within you that you're not aware of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put some links in the description for coaching or other tools or guidance, I guess, for you if you're interested in learning more about how to improve your emotional well-being. And I really look forward to seeing you guys next week already on my next YouTube video. Bye everyone. Have a great weekend.